5.
I am not going to solve your problem.
4.
And they laugh, but they they get the scratching their chins and they be like
3. Prescribing drug for regular patients if needed. 2.
I can't by law. And 2, I'm still stuck into the streets of G code. It's none of my business.
1. And we're back. It's the Black Man Misunderstood podcast. You rocking with your boy Mike.B.
And in the neighborhood, not so friendly therapist.
And it's episode 12.
Kiko got them beats, baby.
Shit. Advocate, hope. Lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, fuck them casual trends. We going all in. Now, welcome to the growth. Keep it brief, this how it goes. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most.
I had to get that out, bro. I had to get that out. Because we had this seminar of all the black collectives of my company at this point. A little meeting today, and it was relieving, stress relieving, actually. No, we did some breathe in and breathe out exercises. So I feel as though that was just a perfect way for me to segue into this episode, bro, where we get into what is in store for therapy. I'm putting you on the hot seat this episode, man. Come on now.
Heard you, B. Before you do that, though, in usual fashion, yo, Mike.
Oh, man, here we go.
What's a toxic trait about you that you know you need to work on?
Ooh, you try to cut me deep with this. Ooh. Oh, I felt that with my soul. Toxic trait.
Because we know we all humans. We all got them. We may not admit to them, but we all got them.
Toxic trait.
That you're actively you're aware of it and you know you're working on it.
I'm actively. All right, toxic trait. I definitely have one. Wait, is it really a trait though? I guess it's the way I talk to people. Yeah.
Huh?
Most people. Yeah, I'm gonna explain. So there's like points in times in like different situations. So like, let's say if I'm in an authoritative or a lead role.
Okay.
Sometimes, I'm not the harshest person to like work with or to talk to or anything like that. But toxic trait with me when I'm in that leadership role, I may not say things how I want to say it. It comes out so wrong that people take it the negative way and think I'm attacking them.
Oh,
yeah. I've been working on it though. And I've been working on this for a while. So I try to keep my mouth quiet, think to myself for a minute, and then speak. And hopefully I chose the right words to not offend that individual. Because sometimes it sounds like I'm barking orders and I'm not really trying to bark orders or trying to put someone down. It's just I'm quick. I'm quick with it. So the first thing comes to my head, I try to shoot it out my mouth. So yeah, I believe that's a very toxic trait of mine that I do, especially when I'm in a leadership role. I wasn't too knowledgeable of it when I was younger. I just kept doing it. And as I got older, I started to realize the way I say things turn people off. So,
whoa, I was not expecting that. I definitely appreciate you for giving us that introspective look, because dang, you caught me off guard, bro. Shoot. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I knew that. Like, you threw me off guard with the question, but I was like, no, what? Actually, let me think about this for a second. But that's definitely a toxic trait of mine. Yeah, I've been working on it though.
That's always a plus. Always a plus.
Yeah, man.
Because you better than me.
So now, Mr. Therapist, are you ready? Are you ready for this fire?
I ain't got no choice, man. I
coming
remember,
your way.
I remember last season, man. You just pulled out certain questions, give me all them gut shots, man. So I'm here for it, man. Anywhere I can help.
All right, man. All right, this is what the people want to know. All right.
All right.
So to begin this conversation, I'm gonna say, what is the mindset of the therapist on meeting a new client for the first time?
So I'll lead by stating that I don't speak for all therapists, and I don't speak for all Black therapists. I just speak for the neighborhood therapists, better known as Justice Penny Tyson, MS, LPC, CART. Okay. My mindset when I meet a new client is, shit, I'm anxious. That's the first thing. Okay. I need people to understand that me as a therapist, even though I am the professional, air quotes, it's just as much anxiety me meeting you as it is for you meeting me. I have to make sure that I'm a good fit for you. I have to make sure that I can actually meet your needs, and I got to make sure that I don't get blinded by the money that's involved with it. Because let's be honest, you're paying me for a service. You see what I'm saying? I just got to be real. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I tell my clients. Like, I'm all about transparency. Like, at the end of the day, yes, I'm here to help you, but this is also a business transaction. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what goes through my mind. All of that goes through my mind. And then ultimately, once you get on there, I see your face, we get into it. My whole thing is, let's talk about me. LESS. Let's talk about me. More talk about you. How can I help you? How can I solve, some of the things, the loopholes that you missing and things like that. But a big takeaway before we go any further, I need people to understand. Again, I don't speak for other therapists. I speak for myself. I am not going to solve your problem. You are. I'm just going to help you get to the solution.
That's deep. That's deep right there. We already starting off strong.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
So going into what you said, that you're not the cure, right? That's a key point that I need the listeners to make sure that they heard. Going to the therapist is not going to give you the cure or the solution. You have to find the solution in yourself. Mm-hmm. Is that right, Mr. Therapist?
For the most part. Now, there are rare times where I might say something and the client go, damn, I never thought about it like that. And then that be their solution. I can't control that. Okay. So in that instance, I gave you the solution, but I didn't know. Well, I mean, I'm giving you my my options. Yeah, my take on the situation. I like to tell a lot of my clients, I don't like giving out opinions because everybody has those, and I can only do so much with your opinion. So what I like to do is I give out options. I'll be like, listen, man, you could do option A, B, C, or D, or you can come up with 3 more options, and then let's journey that together. Let's see how it come out.
All right, cool. And so you already started talking on my next question. I guess that's one of the tactics that you use.
What's up?
So knowing it's the therapist's job to make the individual feel comfortable, what are the tactics that you use to get them in that mindset, in that frame of mind?
I don't use tactics because when you say tactics to somebody like me, because I play a lot of video games and I'm really like into like survival and guns and things like that, I automatically think of like military living. Like I gotta survive. So when you say tactics to me, I'm thinking of mercenary, bro. Like, because I live by mercenary standards. So I'm gonna tweak that a little bit.
Okay.
I just be myself. I be authentic. I be transparent. So you basically, I'm meeting you for the first time, and it's. I want you to be comfortable, but I don't want you to be so comfortable where it's just like you're not taking it serious.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that I
Yep.
strive to just give you 100% authentic me. And I tell people all the time, listen, I can give you all the scientific hoopla that you want, you know, if that's what you
Mhm.
want to do, if that's the route you want to take. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, if you want the best version of me, you gotta let me rock. Just let me vibe. We're gonna get you to the solution. And if I feel like we're not gonna get you to the solution professionally, I'm gonna refer you out. Because I don't like to waste nobody's time, and I sure don't want nobody wasting mine.
True that. Time is money, and money is time. Um, I feel like I'm just throwing haymakers at you right now.
Oh man, I'm weaving them things right now. What's up, bro?
Alright. So I'm pretty sure there's an intake form.
Yes.
All right. So as a therapist, when you're meeting the individual for the first time, do you just observe their behaviors that they tell you to on their intake form, or do you add your own after your observation?
I gotta be careful when I answer this question, but nah, I ain't gonna be careful, man. We here for it, bro. I said I
Come on,
wasn't
bring
gonna
the fire, bro. Bring the heat.
be. I look at your intake. I glance at it. If it's something like super, super, hey, I'm suicidal. Every day I want to harm myself. Absolutely. Like I take that into consideration, and I have a conversation with you the first time we meet about that. But if it's like something that, like, to me, something that I feel is like not going to shift our relationship, our therapeutic relationship,
Mhm.
I give you a chance for you to introduce yourself to me, because I'm a big person, and I don't like labels, and I don't like the way that writings and media portray certain people. So I give everybody the opportunity to show me what you got, type of deal. Um, Speaking on that mercenary lifestyle, that's the street guy in me. So the street guy in me is, I was raised, give somebody the rope. See what I'm saying? Now, in 2021, that don't translate too well, because you got a lot of people that's killing themselves and things like that. But I'm just giving it to you in the mercenary realm. Like, that's how I think about things. So I give people that opportunity to give me their undivided attention, be 100% authentic with me, be real. Show me who you are. I'm not worried about that piece of paper, but I will take it into consideration if need be. That's all.
All right, respect that. So
Mhm.
to add on to that, right? Intake form is one thing, you looking at the behaviors is another. You don't use tactics, but you use different ways to get them comfortable.
Mhm.
Going back to something that you said earlier about not wasting time and not being a therapist that thinks about straight money, collecting
Mhm.
money from the individual. Is there a set amount of time for therapy? Because I feel as though that question comes up a lot with people when they look for one, for any different issues that they had or personal remarks, and they end up asking what's the cure all, or like we were saying earlier, and you already stated that you're the cure, not us, meaning um, meaning not the therapist, but the individual themselves.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on, like, is there a set amount of time, or the way, the thinking behind the time period or time frame or anything like that?
So it's usually 30 minutes to an hour. That's what you usually see. So it's usually 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or you'll see 55 minutes. Some people go and push it all the way to the 60 minutes. I do not, because there's notes that I still have to do afterwards when I get off of you. So I need at least 5 minutes to breathe, first of all, get up, use the bathroom, that type of deal, and then write those notes. Um, and then there are some therapists out there that will push it. They go an hour and a half. Me personally, I'm not built for it, but what you usually see is 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 55 minutes. Those are the three that you usually see.
Okay. And then that's the time frame for the therapy session. So now with time, besides that, would you say there's a time frame of how long, like months, years to therapy, or is that up to the
Oh,
individual themselves?
yeah, that's a person by person process. Something that I like to do is I set a limit for everybody, a goal. Not a limit, but a goal. So I tell you, give it at least a minimum of 8 sessions. If you don't feel like you're learning anything, then I can refer you out because that means I'm not doing my job. That's how I look at it. That may not be true. It may not be that I'm not doing my job. Maybe you're just not interpreting the information properly from me, which is fine. Either way, I don't feel like I'm doing my job. I'm gonna refer you out. But most of the time, you can't really tell somebody, "Hey, you're gonna be good in 12 sessions." It doesn't work like that. And then you got a lot of people that they'll see you once a week. Some will see you once every 2 weeks. Some will see you once every month. Like there's no way to gauge. Like you just have to do it based off of the way that you're feeling. And it's so hard for therapists because we have to terminate you. And I hate that. I really hate that we have to use that word, but that's what it's called. It's called a termination process. And we have to gauge when we feel like, hey, you're free to move without therapy. Now there are some people, I got some clients that's like, no, I'm never leaving therapy. Like I'm gonna do therapy for the next like 10 years. I don't know what time has in store for us, but I personally just don't feel um that benefits certain people and it benefits others. So it's just a matter of you weighing out, what works for you as the client.
So when you said it doesn't benefit the people, are you speaking to it actually therapy turning to be a detrimental part for them, and or are you also speaking to a therapist taking advantage of just collecting, having a guaranteed check?
Shit,
Ah.
both. To keep it
Yeah.
real, Mike, both, bro.
Oh, come on, man. You know I had to come
Yes,
with it.
absolutely. I have met therapists that will continue. They know damn well that the therapy is either not helping or it's done. It's there's nothing else to work through. And they will continue to see the client because they know it's a guaranteed check and they ha ha and they key. The other portion of it, something that I'm very, very cautious about is I don't want to become a crutch. I don't want to
Okay.
stop you. I don't want you to depend on me, is the way I want to put it. If we starting out and you feel like, hey, I need this, come on, man, I need you to help me out. No problem. I got you. We gonna grind, we gonna get it. But the minute I start to feel like I'm becoming a crush for you, like you absolutely depend on therapy to get you out of your rust and things like that, that means I'm failing at everything I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, wow.
To me, again, this is all me. There's no reason you should not. Again, you're gonna have crisis starting out and things like that. But if we like 7 months out, 8 months out, right? And I feel like
Yeah.
it's been great pressure. A lot of the traumas that you went through, you've alleviated. You done worked through them. We done did some mindfulness techniques. You're mindful of your passion, your aggression towards other people, and things like that. And you're only coming back because, oh, I feel really good when I speak to you. Like that's not helping you. That's not helping you.
Mm,
I have to give you what I call to my clients maintenance period. Take a break from therapy for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, hell, 6 weeks. This ain't about the money. It's about your mental health. So take a break for 6 weeks. I don't need your bread. I need you to be straight. I need you to be good. Are you good? And like you ask all my clients, I ask them before the session is over, I'm like, yo, how your mental health feel now that you're about to get off? And most of the time I'll get yo, I actually feel good. I'm straight. I'm like, all right, cool. What did you learn today? Because if you tell me, oh, I ain't learned nothing, nah, we got a problem. So
I get you.
Yeah, man. That's as far as answering your question. I feel that's where it goes.
All right. All right. So in the therapy session, I know people do this naturally when they talk to get to know people, get to know friends. I wonder if this is also true in therapy. Do you, as a therapist, disclose your own personal stories to help?
Only when necessary. So we have a big thing that we're afraid of in the therapy world. It's called counter transference. Um, what that means is, if Mike, if you telling me a story about I don't know how your dog got hit, and I'm sitting there listening to you, and I just blurt out, "Yeah, man. Oh man, I remember my dog Fluffy got hit by a car. It just broke my heart." And then I just sit there and then I got like tears rolling down my eyes. That's countertransference because now we've switched roles. You damn near become the therapist and I'm
Oh
sitting there
wow.
the client. Yes, that's a
Oh
real
wow.
thing. It happens. So if I'm sharing with a client, I'm sharing because it makes sense to what they're talking about, and I'm bringing it home for them because I get a lot of clients that be like, case in point. So survivor's guilt, one of my specialties, right? I get a lot of clients that make it out the hood, right? And they caking up. They used to be gangbangers, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
they feel like sellouts because the homies are still on the block, but they out here, living in the free world. They driving the cars that they drive, and they got the houses that they got the family and things like that. So they always be
Hmm.
like, man, I'm a sellout, man. Like my people still on the block, this and this and this. And I stop them. I'm like, yo, so you calling me a sellout? And they all like it stops them and they try to be like, I'm not even talking about you. I'm like, no, 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 no. You said X, Y, and Z, X, 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 and I lay it out to him. And I'm like, I went through that as well. So you calling me a sellout too? I feel a type of way. Again, I'm joking with the client at that point, but I'm bringing it in a serious tone. And
Yeah.
they laugh, but they get the scratching their chins and they be like, damn, like I ain't never think about it like that. So like your upbringing allowed you to do X, Y, and Z, and you survived, and now you thrive, and like if it as long as it gives them an aha moment, absolutely, I'll share about my
Makes
personal
sense.
life all day. But I'm not just about to be telling you about how I used to get shot at and I get stabbed and all this. Like for what? Like this ain't no bragging session. Like
Facts, facts, facts.
I'm here to help you. Like that's it.
And you're already knocking out these questions left and right, bro. Like
Come on, bro. I
I'm in the
learned from
hot seat,
last season. I learned from last season, bro. You ain't gonna do me how you did last season, bro.
bro. I got you. I got you in your feelings, bro. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Bro.
I had to
Oh,
let you
excuse me.
know.
Therapist.
Hey, man, it's all
So,
good.
as a black therapist, do you have a different approach when you interact with different hues?
Professionally, no. But there's a thing in the therapy world again called bias. Um, yes, I'm biased. There's nothing I can do about that. I was raised how I was. Now, believe it or not, I was raised in diversity. So when I meet black and brown people, there's really not a different level of communication that I have with them. It's just, I guess it's more natural to me. When a different hue does come in, I do catch myself sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I don't speak to people like that. Anytime they come in the session, I say, "Peace, how are you?" Because to me, the universal greeting is peace. So I do notice that sometimes when a different hue comes in, I'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" But I'll quickly stop what I'm doing. I'll be like, "No, I'm authentic. I'm transparent. This is who I am. You came to me. So I'm not switching up for nobody." And I'm like, "Peace, how you?" And it throws them off. They're like, um, hello, how are you?" I'm wonderful, beloved. How you? Like, and bro, I no BS, bro. And I think the beautiful thing about what I do is I give people the opportunity to run away. I specifically that phrase, I say, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what you're going to get as a therapist. This is your opportunity to run away." The same disclaimer that we got in the beginning of the podcast, like,
Back out now.
yeah, really, it's your chance to back out now. Like, and they be like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm right at home." I say less. Say less. So to answer your question, I can't lie and say sometimes that I don't switch up, code switch. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
But I do catch myself before I take it any further. I think that's just something that's been hardwired into us as black men that we have to change the way we speak, change the posture, change the clothes when we enter certain rooms and things like that. And man, I've been in rooms with millionaires, black millionaires, bro, that got on biker shorts and Hawaiian shirts, bro, and some sandals.
Mm.
So when I saw that, I was like, man, yo, fuck this. I'm not switching up for nobody, bro. Like for real, I'm not
Yeah, I'm
doing it
with you,
no
though.
more. Like I'm not
I'm
doing
with
it no
you.
more. Now I'm gonna still be tasteful. You know, if we got to go to an event, I'm gonna dress to the nines, put my thing on. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you get married, we gonna be in that thing. You know what I mean? We gonna be straight. You know what I mean?
Fresh to death.
You know, but if we on the beach and I feel like, you know, I don't want to wear nothing but my tank top and my shorts or something like that. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's a business meeting in 5 minutes after that. Well, I'm coming to the business meeting like this, and I might have a margarita in my hand. Say something. What?
Crazy,
What we
man.
talking about?
You crazy, man.
Listen, the dress code and the vernacular does not take away the knowledge that I hold in my head. Real talk.
Facts. It's facts. Definitely some facts.
So come on, man. Talk to me nice, bro. What's up, man? You got anything else for me, bro? I'm on my Mayweather status right now, bro.
Bro, you just taking me out, bro.
Dodging them things, boy.
All right. So I think you clarified this last season, but I'm gonna bring it up again for our listeners to understand and listen when I ask this question. Prescribing drug for regular patients if needed. Is it hard to determine, or something you try to stay away from, or you don't do it at all because it's not what you do?
So I don't do it at all. Legally, I cannot prescribe drugs. I am not the neighborhood dope dealer, and I am not a psychiatrist. I am a psychotherapist. There's a big difference. The psychiatrists had to go to medical school, and they know what type of medications to prescribe you and the type of dosage. That is not my realm. The closest thing I can do to that is I can diagnose you with attention deficit hyperactive disorder or bipolar disorder and things like that, which is also powerful. People need to understand I do have a lot of power in my hand. If I give you a diagnosis, that diagnosis follows you for the rest of your life until another professional like me, i.e. a doctor or a nurse practitioner, you know, somebody that with medical power in their hand diagnoses you, that label will follow you for the rest of your life. So that is the most extreme that I can do, is give you a diagnosis. But as far as medication, I can refer you out. That's about it.
Understood. I think we had to explain that again because I don't think a lot of people caught the difference when you said that just now.
Okay.
You are explain one more time. What are you again, sir?
I am a licensed professional counselor, which is a psychotherapist. A psychotherapist does what they call talk therapy. And within talk therapy, I also can do intake assessments. I can do mental health evaluations, just as long as it doesn't measure IQ. Once you start talking about you need IQ tests within your mental health evaluation, I have to refer you out to what we call a psychologist. That's a doctorate level psychotherapist. So I'm a master's level psychotherapist. So when you need an IQ test or you need somebody that's a professor, you want a psychologist, you refer out to them. And they can be your professor. They can also do a full-blown psychological evaluation, which includes an IQ test. If you need medication, you take it a step further. That psychologist will refer you out to a psychiatrist. And what they do is 9 times out of 10, they don't really want to sit there and talk to you every week or every other week. They want to figure out what's going on with you. They're going to make a educated guess, a hypothesis based on what you're telling them and some of the tests that they run with you. And then they're going to say, okay, here's a prescription for X, Y, and Z. And then they give you that. Those are the major difference between the three.
All right. So, nah, you gonna end it like that?
Man, you know what to do. Head over to the BMM Patreon for the rest of the episode. I promise it's worth it.
Patreon.com/BMM podcast. That's Patreon, spelled PATREON TNHT.com/BMM podcast. That's it, man.
Say less. I'm there.
91 shit.